Here's something that's awkward. Have you guys ever followed a person with a nice ass? And for all you guys in here, you follow a person with a nice ass, and it turns out to be another man. It's really embarrassing. And like, I'm just like, okay, you tricked me. I gotta give you a compliment. No. Okay, I'm the only one. It's a confession night. First night back, it took like a month off. Well, you've noticed, it's right. Fuck you.
I noticed.
I don't know. I didn't come out. I went through like some depression. I was like really depressed. I was like, oh, I feel funny. I'm not going. And it was bad because I've never lived by myself before, and so I was trying to adjust. And the only thing I could think of was my ex telling me, like, have you ever tried spending 5 minutes by yourself? It's like at that time it made no sense, and then I was just like sitting there, just like, fuck, she was right. Like really boring. Like okay, so I don't know. It was like, and like during this whole depression thing, it's like the worst time to be like working out because like my whole family knew like what was going on, and they're like, "Are you okay? Is everything fine?" Because I lost like 20 pounds from insanity, not depression, and I've tried to convince them as hard as I could, and they're like sure, whatever you say. Like I swear, and it was just like really weird because I don't know, like I would just be there, like it was really uncomfortable. I'm like, why? Like I've spent like the first 19 years of my life like completely alone. Like why is this so different? Like I just don't want to be stuck with myself. All right, so I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror, I'm just like, fuck that guy. He kept me up all night with his crying. But he's okay. He drove me here tonight. He's come to all my shows. Alright, guy. And I was explaining all this to a friend, and he was like, "Wow, man, if I was you, like I would have definitely thought about suicide." Wow, I didn't think about that until right now. Fuck. And so like that the whole time, if I was by myself, just like boom, like suicide. I should kill myself right now. And it's like, at the end, I realized I couldn't kill myself if my life depended on it. Because I'm a selfish person. So like the whole time I'm thinking like, okay, like how am I going to look afterwards? Like I'm still concerned with my looks. And like I want to go out in a way to make it, like if I did kill myself, I'd want to go out in a way that would look like an accident. Like somehow, like if I died, I'd want them to say like, oh yeah, he just loved making toast while he was in the bathtub. That's what happened. It was, like it's just something that's like easy to explain. But I was trying to think of like different methods. It's like, okay, like I get sick at the sight of blood, so I can't cut myself. I can't jump off of anything because like I get sick when I'm falling, like I'm afraid of falling. And finally I was like, you know what, like I'm gonna commit to this. So I hit up a coke dealer, and I was like, you know what, like I'm about to OD. And this is why you don't get high on your own supply. The guy came by with a bag of Flintstone vitamins that were crushed up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this done. I took the whole bag, and I was up for like 2 days straight. It was like, okay, when is this gonna happen? Like, okay, coke shouldn't be taking this long. Or I'll get drunk and then just like completely forget all my plans. It's like, this is not working. I I was telling my friend about this. I was like, do you know what you put in my head? Like, do you know what you did to me? He's like, just get a gun, man. Like, you're not supposed to be helping me with this. And I was thinking, like, okay, like I'm not the best shot, so if I like did shoot myself and I missed, that'd be hard to explain. And like, what if I did shoot myself and I survived, right? Like half my face, like my whole face would be blown off. I was like, that'd be like really embarrassing. Like, okay, that's not gonna work either. And then, like, okay, and I'm too cheap to go out and buy a rope. So, like, I'm like just knocking off all these options, just like as I'm going further down. And finally, I like came up with this one idea. I'm like, okay, I'm about to do it, and then I get this text from somebody I have no idea, like I didn't even know who this person was. So I end up playing the whole guessing game with them, and like it was where like they knew me, but I didn't know them. They're like, hey, how's your family doing? What's going on? Where are you working now? So in Albuquerque. I'm like, who the hell are you? So, you know, and like you don't want to be rude. You want to say, who is this? Because, you know, you're in their phone book, you're not in theirs, or they're not in mine. So, like, that whole like suicide thing like went out the window. I'm like trying to figure out who this person is. So he was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna call him. So I gave him a ring, and there was a girl with like the sexiest phone voice ever, and I couldn't put a face to her. And it was like, I was thinking like, this is like the damnest thing. Like, guys will lust over like a voice. Like, it's the worst thing. Like, I haven't met her, but like, I think it'd be best that way. Like, I don't know, but that's all my time. You guys have a good night.